So, they had just, nope. So they had just gotten back from the film school, or what will become the film school that they are building together. So Abigail and Margaret are talking about the future of movies in America, due to the fact that a couple years ago, Abigail came back to America and brought filmmaking or movies to America, you know what I mean, with her. And so, because she's so still writing the book, and her being focused on the past these last couple months, right? You know what I mean? Writing her book. Sorry, she wants to pave the way for the future, and this film school, this school where you learn how to make films, the way that she learned how to make films through her film teacher back at Mexico. She decided that her and her wife wanted to build a film school so they can, of course, build the future of filmmakers. So they had just gotten back from the film school is getting worked on by the builders, of course. So they're coming home. So they're coming back home. So they were coming back home to their house, of course. Abigail opens the door for her wife, and of course she walks through it. She takes a seat on the couch for a short while, just talking about what this film school would do for the students and for them. Abigail said, here's what I want. And here's what I want, Margaret. I want this film school to teach our students how to be better filmmakers, but also how to be good people, too. But mostly how to make great movies. I have been making movies alongside you for a couple years now, as we know. And I just want to help more filmmakers in America, because there are many filmmakers in Mexico that are making cinematic classics down there. And some of their movies have even crossed the cross the border, you know. And so, the best way that I can help out America, in my opinion, because, you know, to put my contributions to this country of mine and yours, is that if I can help the new wave of filmmakers that hasn't even begun yet. It started with me, but I want it to continue. I want us to continue that trend. And then Margaret said, yeah, me too. I think that this is a great idea, and I want to help you, and I want to help the students of this new school to be the best filmmakers and the best people that they can, possibly be. No problem. It's not a big deal. So, and also I want to teach people how to make movies as well, because you're right. Mexico has been cornering the market on movies and films for decades at this point. And I want to put our hat into the ring, as, you know. Yeah. So obviously we should build a future, but also give Mexico one for the money when it comes to filmmaking. I have been taught by our film teacher for decades, or not decades, for years on how to make movies before I came back to America. Before we came back to America. And so I want to pay it forward. But in our country, America. Yeah, you're right. So the architect was a little bit weird, right? He was looking down at the top. Yeah, that was disgusting, Margaret responded. I know. I mean, let's not focus on that right now, or ever. Agreed, Abigail responded. No problem. What are you gonna do for the rest of the day? Well, I'm going to go back to the office and, finish the book. Oh, okay. See you later, darling. See you too, babe. And with that, Abigail is getting off of the couch and walking to the office. But before we continue with the story, I would love to welcome you to part 60 of the Abigail Freeman story. Let us continue. So, she is opening her office door and she walks through the door. She walks into the office. She then pulls her office chair back. She sits down in the chair, and she pulls her chair to the desk. She picks up her pencil and she begins writing. She says in the book, I remember my vacation from homeschool being very, very awesome. It was my birthday, and it was my 13th birthday, of course, and I was I can't even speak that's how excited I was. But yeah, I remember being very happy about that because all my friends were coming to my party, and everything was going great. We had just gotten the birthday cake a couple of days before. It was very, very exciting for me. So I was preparing myself for the party, getting ready, walking around because my leg was healing. It was healing. You know what I mean? It was getting better every day. I could walk by that point. Not well, but I could walk, she says in the book. Anyway, so I was walking around when I heard a knock at the door. And I opened the door and it was my dad. He handed me a cake. I said to him very politely, sorry, we already have a cake, Dad. I know that, that's not, I know that you didn't know that I did, but we had just gotten a cake about a month ago. I think she should have told you that. Babe, are you coming back home? Are you coming back in the car? My aunt said or asked my dad. Just a minute, honey. Who is that? Your aunt, he said. Okay. Okay. You shouldn't be here. But I wanted to give you this cake. And my mom, hearing all of this, walked towards the door and slams the door. Well, not yet. We don't get there yet. She hands him back the cake and she pulls me back and she slams the door in his face. She just slams the door in his face. After that, she said, "Are you okay? Why was he here?" Well, actually, I think I just kicked him out. So, I don't think you have anything to worry about on that department. Thank you. Do you want to eat some breakfast? I would love to, Mom. So, after that, we ate some breakfast, and then after that, I took a nap. After I ate some breakfast, it was a big one. So, I had to sleep. I woke up, it was party time. And the party was hopping and jumping around. Everybody was having a great time. My friend Margaret at the time was having a great time. Now my wife, as you all know, or will know, if you will get the book, when you get the book, of course. And I was very, very happy about everybody being there. A small part of me wanted my dad to be there, but it was very, very, very small. Like, very tiny, actually. So, after I received a lot of gifts, by the way, it was, my gosh, it became a problem eventually, but at this point, not at that point. So, I had gotten all of these gifts, and it was very, very emotional for me. I cried. After that, it was time for dinner. Everybody was eating and was still having a great time, and then I heard a knock at the door again, and it was my dad. My mom, seeing this happen again, pushed him outside and slammed the door in his face again. And then she goes into her room where her phone was, and she called 911. She filed a restraining order against him. After that, she goes back into the party and was having a great time being a great host. A great, great host, as she always was, as she always is when parties comes around, when a party come around, of course, she's a great host. So after that, after we ate our dinner, it was time for dessert, the birthday cake. So, I was eagerly anticipating this cake. And I was very happy to get the news that the cake was purely delicious. Whoever made it was genius and deserves a gold medal for what they did at the time. So, we were eating the cake. After we sang Happy Birthday, it was quite emotional again. I cried again. After that, we ate the cake and everything was well. After that, everybody was leaving the party. And everybody was just so sad that it was over. I was too. It was a great party. It was a great time. I loved every second of it. But it was time for everybody to leave and I was getting sleepy. So as everybody was leaving, I was going to my room. I opened the door and I closed the door and then I got under my covers and I went to sleep. So Abigail gets up from her office chair, puts the pencil away, and pulls the chair forward, and of course, she's now leaving her office. After that, she closes the door behind her, and she is going to sit back on the couch next to her wife, who had just began a rerun episode of The American Show. To be continued. To be continued. So, I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you did, leave a like or a big thumbs up, subscribe to my channel, comment down below telling me what you like about the video or hate about the video, and I will see you next time. Bye bye for now.